563 of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
And I'm Ian. And this is the only podcast that says...
Where the fuck were you?
Oh, man. I can't get over it.
This is the stupidest shit.
I cannot get over it.
We are recording on Sunday. The reason we're recording on Sunday is I came over Saturday night, as I normally do. Got here about 10 to 9, knocked at the door, looked like nobody was home. So I let myself in, because I can do that. I sat with Rogue and I watched Bluey. By the way, I know a lot about Bluey now.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. I just figured Ian's running late. It's one of those days. This shit happens, you know? And sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and nothing. So I sent him a text message about 9:45, like, hey, you running late? Nothing. Nothing at all. So I sat here some more. And about an hour later, I'm starting to get a little concerned. Like, maybe there's an emergency. You know, he wasn't able to contact me or hasn't been able to contact me. So I just thought, is everything okay? I sat here for about 20 more minutes and decided, well, this isn't happening. And I left. And I went home, and I was having a little Snicker snack before I went upstairs. And I get a text message from you. And you're like, what? I was asleep.
Right.
I was 2 rooms away sleeping. Why didn't you come wake me up? Didn't know. I'm not going to wander around your house looking for you.
I figured you... I didn't plan on sleeping.
Right.
I just fell asleep.
Right.
And then, like, I figured you would have came in here to this room. And saw me sleeping and woke me up. I didn't plan on going to sleep.
Right.
I passed out.
I actually thought about coming into the dining room and setting up.
Yeah.
I thought, no, I'll just wait till he gets here. Because by the time you get here and you know, normally, like, when you come home, you have a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, you usually got to take a piss. You need to have a cigarette. You do things when you get home. Like, there's a whole process for you to unwind when you get through the door. And also, many times I have come in and you have been sleeping on the couch.
All right.
So, like, I would have never thought to, like, well, let me go see if Ian's sleeping. You know what I mean? And the worst part is Elliot was here, too. She was up in her room the entire time.
She never even came down.
I went upstairs to take a piss.
She probably thought it was me.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, man. It kills me.
Sat here for 2 fucking hours. 2+ hours. Like 2 hours and 20 minutes, essentially, before I went home.
Oh, man.
Like, the entire way home, I'm like, man, I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's all right with the family. You know, let's say a little prayer. You know,
Prayer.
I'm like, man. And 2 hours, like, 30 minutes later, I get to like, wait, what? You were here?
Yeah. The whole time. It's a good one.
Unbelievable. Like 90% of the time, like if you're running late, like, because it does happen. Like, you'll go out, you and the girls will go out to dinner or something, and you'll be like, hey, let's push it to 9:30, 10 o'clock. And no problem. Like, you know, you went to go see a movie, you're having dinner afterwards. I cannot completely understand that. And that's what I was thinking. Like, you forgot to text me this time. That can happen. But, like, 10 after 11, I was like, I have had enough of fucking Bluey. I am done with Bluey.
Why didn't you look for the remote?
Because of Rogue. Like, Rogue watches Bluey. I don't want to ruin, like, plus I don't want to, here's the problem. Even though, like, you and I are, like, brothers.
Right.
Like, I don't touch another man's remote control.
The story deepens.
Yeah, like I don't mess with my dad's remote control. Like that's the house I grew up in. You know, like I don't walk in the living room like fuck this, turning off Fox News and putting on like whatever. You know, Dad comes in, he has a conniption. Well, same thing here. You come in, I'm watching Lord knows what, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing with my remote control? You know,
I would never say that.
Yeah. I'm watching tentacle porn, and you walk.
Tentacle porn.
You know.
Yeah.
A little hentai.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Let me explain that.
Yeah, explain that to my 15-year-old.
Yeah. When a woman and an
No,
octopus
don't.
love each
Yeah. Let's not go down that way. And what he's doing with his fifth arm,
yeah,
you don't want to know.
Yeah. So this is what we call being airtight.
Suction cups are bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Watch out for the ink.
You made me ink.
Yeah. Yuck.
Oh
man. Tentacle porn.
Yeah. So. Anyway. So yeah, like, I mean, I'm just not gonna be like that guy who's like, nobody's home. I'm gonna watch his TV. You know.
Well, you could have.
I could. I understand. I could. It's just.
If you would have made just 2 more steps, you'd have seen me fucking slunch there.
Yeah, I know. That's what's annoying and funny at the same time.
I still had my shoes on. I mean, I just laid down for a second and I was out. The reason I was so tired is I hiked Laurel yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
And I did anywhere from, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like between 6.8 and 8 miles.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. And
it's a lot of walking.
It wasn't just flat trails.
Yeah.
I mean, this is hiking, so it was up inclines, rock. You know.
Yeah. God bless you.
Yeah. So I think I had a couple heart attacks.
You might have.
On the trail.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
But I was just exhausted when I got home.
I can imagine. And plus, I mean, that drive home.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. And it was like
you just hiked 8 miles, and then you got to drive 2 hours home.
Right. It was like an hour and some minutes. I don't know how long. But
your calves and fat thighs are just screaming.
when I got home, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, they weren't that bad. I was just physically tired.
Yeah.
I mean, my muscles were sore, but
yeah,
I've been hiking a lot, so
yeah, you have been hiking quite a bit.
Yeah, so I mean, that part of it, I think that's getting into shape where they can stand it.
Yeah.
But but I came home and I was just wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just so tired. And so I laid down. I even said, I think I should set an alarm just in case I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I was out.
Yeah.
As soon as I laid down, I was gone.
Yeah.
But I still had my muddy pants on. I had freaking my shoes on, not my hiking shoes, but like my shoes. And because I changed my shoes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still had my coat on. I was like, what? I woke up in a panic because I didn't know where anybody was at.
I'm sure.
I was like, what the fuck? What time is it?
Yeah.
You know,
you time traveled.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely did. I was just out, son.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I doubt cause I've done that.
But I hiked today.
Did you?
Yeah. Like 2 miles.
Like, cause I've done that where I've like collapsed. Like, you just like, for whatever reason. And then you wake up and it's like Oh, I'm gonna miss the bus. Hold on, wait, I'm 52.
All right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
like what time is it? What day is it?
I gotta catch the school bus. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling. You're like, oh shit, I'm late for. No, hold on.
This is a wet comb through the hair kind of day. I get the
Yeah.
fuck out of this house.
I've got an exam.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I've got a test I'm gonna fail.
All right.
No, yeah, the test is life. You know?
Yeah, right. I failed life for 6 hours yesterday. I was untouchable.
Yeah.
I was. I got in the TARDIS and I took off, dude.
So I know what you mean. I've been there myself, but it's like an awkward feeling, like when it happens to you, because you're just like, what the fuck just happened to me?
Yeah.
Oh my! So that was made for a very interesting day yesterday. That's the name of that place. Okay.
What?
Well, one time I went on my way here today. I stopped and got myself dinner, and I stopped at a place called TKO Gyros and Fries.
Okay.
Now, I am not a gyro fan. I'll tell you what. I like gyro meat, and I'm cool with the flatbread. I just don't like all the accoutrements that normally come on a gyro. Like even the sauce, I'm not a fan.
Because you don't eat vegetables.
Huh?
Because you don't eat vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll admit that. Yeah.
I know.
You know.
I'm not dogging you. I'm just saying
No,
because you.
yeah. I mean, all the accoutrements are things that that equal health.
What about onions? Do you
I do
even,
like onions. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the onions on there, or no?
Yeah, I do. Because it's like it has like a excuse me.
Hey,
It has that feeling.
rifled that one out. Mid sentence.
Yeah.
And anyway, I love gyros.
It just continued on like nothing happened.
I know. It's like the fucking dog under the table on the Christmas vacation. Hacked up a bone.
Yeah. So, like when I
Burped out a chicken wing onto my table.
If you throw onions on a gyro, to me, that's like throwing like onions on like a steak. That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I'm fine with that. Plus, I like onions. I can eat a fucking raw onion all day. But I stopped there because they do have other things I do like. Like, they have empanadas there that are fantastic. They are amazing. Like, their beef and cheese one, their ham and cheese one.
Okay.
Fantastic. But I wanted to stop there today and get a chili cheese dog.
Right. Okay.
And I'd seen pictures on their Facebook page and stuff. And so I kind of knew what I was getting into. I will tell you, this is really fucking good.
Okay.
Is it the best I ever had? Probably not. But is it like, it's really just really fucking good. Like, the chili has a very nice taste to it.
Okay.
The hot dog was fantastic. It was like a, they still had the casing on it.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, you know, like it had a little crunch to it.
Yeah, casing dogs are the best.
Yeah.
The O used to have casings on
Yeah,
their dogs,
yeah.
if I remember correctly.
And the cheese was like a liquid cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like I don't know if it was a whiz or if it was like a nacho cheese or what.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I go to Sheets, it's usually with nacho cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do prefer a liquid cheese on my dog. And there are some places where you go and like you get your dog and you open that shit up and you're like, what the fuck is this grated cheese shit? No one wants shredded cheese on their chili cheese dog. And then I got it with onions and I got it with fries. Delicious. Just fantastic.
Okay.
And that was at like I said, TKO Gyro and Fry. And it's on Walnut Street. It's like if you look at it, you think it's like an ice cream place.
Okay.
But they serve all sorts of food.
Okay.
They have hoagies there. Like, the empanadas are fantastic. I love the empanadas. And I highly recommend the chili cheese dog now as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the best chili cheese dog you ever had?
I hate to say it, man, but it's got to be Sheets.
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's like
Come on.
It's like a blasphemy to say.
Ah.
It's so fucking good.
I mean, I got something equal to that probably, but
The best thing I could say is like Nancy has made the chili cheese dogs, and it's when she does it, it's usually with like a hoagie bun, like a nice hoagie bun, and she gets like the real big like Nathan's in the casing.
Yeah.
Or not Nathan's,
Silver Star?
Silver Star, yeah. The Silver Star one's in the casing.
Yeah.
And then, the chili, nacho cheese, little diced onion on top of that, rest of the stuff. And she'll usually, toast a bun and everything. Oh, it's good. I mean, like she goes all out when she does it at home. She doesn't do it very often.
How does she cook them?
She'll boil them first.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll put them on a skillet to get the...
little butter on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she just warmed them up with her hands. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Mr. Miyagi, that shit.
Yes.
We should try to start a fire.
Yes! What you doing there? Whoa. Walked into something here.
Yeah. No.
Just making hot dogs.
Chili cheese dog night.
I think my favorite one is probably it's just as bad as Sheets, but I'll never get it again probably because this place is probably torn down. But when I used to fly to Mobile, to see my dad, that's where they picked me up in Mobile, Alabama, and then we'd drive over to Biloxi. On the way, I have a couple stories about this place. So once I got picked up, we'd stop at Stuckey's.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Which was pretty much a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Southern institution. I've heard of Stuckey's.
Stuckey's truck stops, but usually a Dairy Queen's inside, and that's what it was. But foot-long chili cheese dog with slaw.
Yeah.
The best. I mean, the best hot dog I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah.
And it was good when I got there.
Yeah.
But, we'd stop there when they take me home, too.
Right.
You talk about a witch's brew on an airplane.
Yeah. You like a time bomb.
Oh, man. That's a long flight.
From Mobile to Pittsburgh.
A lot of bathrooms were destroyed on that layover. I'm just letting you know. Destroyed.
I just pictured like 12-year-old you charging through the Atlanta bathroom.
Meat sweats. Oh, horrible. Yeah, definitely bad when you're going home.
Yeah.
Okay when you get there because it's not that far of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that Stuckey's is only like 10 minutes from the airport, I think.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Yeah.
Praying for that layover to get there quickly. I need at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I took my wings off for that bathroom visit. That wasn't worthy.
That's how serious the situation was. Little junior captain Ian Bellamy.
Yeah. You better stay outside. I'm going to put you over here.
Yeah. This is not a proud moment.
We're going to catch on fire. Man. Yeah. But fuck it, I always ate it.
Yeah, of course.
They gave me the Stuckey's, I'm fucking having 2 of them. Shit, I was 160 pounds and burning through calories like nobody's business.
Give me 2, Father. Give me 2. Extra chili, please.
Extra chili. He looks at me. You sure? Sure about that? Oh, yeah. Iron. Iron Belly.
Yeah.
Till I hit Atlanta. Or Charlotte.
Yeah.
And airport restrooms are... Well, back then, they were not that great. They're a lot better now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like a lot cleaner and stuff, but... that was some funny days. Running through that airport.
I can only imagine.
Tooting the whole way.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
Crop dusting as you go.
Are we in Maine? Is that a foghorn?
That 12-year-old boy left the ground.
Yeah. Why is that kid running out of the bathroom?
I smell sulfur.
Daddy, make it stop.
I think there's a sewage break.
I know. And that's the embarrassment of coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst.
The stall move.
Yeah.
You know, and you get out and everyone's like, they just give you the evil eyes. They put on Mr. Potato angry eyes at you.
As their eyes are watering.
Oh, man. Reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob of Rancid Breath. Look at it! Look at him!
That's the worst.
It is.
The absolute fucking worst.
Yeah. You know, and they're looking at you with mean eyes.
And there's no moment where you can, like, wait for, like, it to, like, empty. Like a restroom like that. Like, there's always going to be somebody in there, so somebody's going to see that you've committed this crime.
Right.
You know? Like, maybe you can wait it out and, like, wait for, like the churn. Like, okay, everybody's, like, there's a whole new group of people who haven't smelt what I've dealt.
Yeah.
You know, so I can leave this with a little bit of pride.
All right. Oh. I'm telling you, man.
Oh,
that's Stuckies. But yes, those were the best hot dogs I ever had in my life. Hands down. They were that good. They were just good hot dogs.
I mean,
where's the best fries you ever had?
Best fries?
Best fries you ever ate?
Man. There is a place in North for Sale. It's called Anchor Hoagie.
Yeah, Anchor Inn.
Yeah. No. Anchor Hoagie.
Okay.
The Anchor Inn, that's no longer the Anchor Inn. It has been the Anchor Inn for a while.
Okay.
But, no, it's down, like, if you come up 48 to 30, like, from White Oak, if you make the left, or no, if you make the right, excuse me.
Okay.
If you make the right, like, you're heading towards North for Sales, it's like a couple of minutes down the road, and it's on the right-hand side.
Okay.
First off, magnificent hoagies. Fantastic hoagies. But their fries, they're probably the best I've ever had.
Really?
They are really fucking good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I never even knew that existed. Yeah.
Anchor Hoagie is, it's worth the price of admission. And, they even, like they have, like, they have a really good Italian hoagie. But they have, like, a bunch of, like, different, like, combinations and stuff.
Yeah. But
they also have, like, the hangover, which is, like, bacon, egg, and cheese on a hoagie bun. And it's, like, a lot of bacon. Like, there's a lot of bacon on that motherfucker.
Just sounds like diarrhea.
Oh! Magnificent.
Yeah.
Magnificent. So good.
I think hands down the best fries I ever had was the
Yeah.
Hands down. The secret behind their fries is they double cooked them.
They double cooked them, and also you were usually drunk when you were in there.
Yeah, but they had good fries.
They did. I'm not denying that for a second.
I mean, I've eaten the fries not drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They had good dogs too.
They did.
that was a.
I mean, I will give credit where credit is due. Dairy Queen has a very good dog.
Not anymore.
No.
Have you been there?
I haven't had it in a while. That used to be like a go-to.
Last time I had it, like DQ, like in White Oak.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It was bunk.
Wow. That's sad.
Yeah, and the chili was horrible.
That makes me sad.
And then I went back there a couple weeks later, and I got a double cheeseburger because they used to have phenomenal double cheeseburgers. I mean, I pay $7 for that burger. I would.
The Brazier dog cheeseburger was
good burgers.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's sad.
Yeah, they changed their burgers, and it is absolute shit.
Wow.
It's not flame. It doesn't taste flame broiled anymore. It doesn't even have more. I mean,
right.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But I mean, the best dog period I've ever had is Jim's.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
get the fuck out of
Jim's
here.
dog with sauce, onion, and cheese. That is the shit. Oh, I'll defend Jim's to my dying day. That is just.
I don't think that's the best dog.
Okay. Detail.
I know.
You can stick with Stuckies. But
I've had better dogs here than at.
Jim's is
than Jim's. I'm serious.
Okay.
I mean, I like their dogs. I mean, they're okay.
Right.
But they're not like
the
the end all be all of dogs.
Oh, that's a bite into heaven, my friend.
It's the sauce.
It probably is. You're probably right. But I've never gotten like just a dog.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a dog with sauce, cheese, and onion. But,
Yeah.
They always, toast the bun. The bun has a nice crispness to it. You get that with a milkshake and some fries.
Oh, that is witch's brew, dude. When you add milk in there, that's that's.
I think I've come down here after having.
Yes, I'm sure.
I believe I have.
Yes, I know.
Creeping death to you.
Yes. You should just cue the music and I'll know.
Yeah.
How it wafts under the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you add milk into that, see that's the no for me.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can eat a burger, fries, and a drink.
Right.
Or a chili cheese dog and a fry.
Yeah.
Drink, maybe. You throw a milkshake in there, that is like... it's like an oil well ready to erupt in my stomach. It's the milk.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that I'm admitting it now after all these years, but I'm probably lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, ooh, man. You add milk into that, I'm done. And you live on milk, so you are definitely not lactose intolerant.
No, not at all.
But, yeah.
Even I've had a few days where I thought, man, these farts really stink. Maybe I am.
Yuck.
Like yesterday was a prime example.
Hey, talking about your farts and tentacle porn, what's wrong with you?
We're a day late.
Yeah.
So I'm off.
You are off.
Maybe if somebody had been fucking awake,
I know.
if they'd set that fucking alarm.
I know.
Yeah.
I woke up and drool. My mouth was... I'm asleep. Like... on like 2 shirts and a pillow. And my head was cocked to the side. I felt like I must have looked like I got hit by a truck.
Maybe it's good I didn't come looking for it.
Yeah. Because I was just like sprawled out like...
Probably come in and be like, oh, excuse me, I didn't know you were doing that.
Some Walking Dead shit going on there.
I didn't know this was your me time.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. That was not happening. When the no sign's on, that means you can't come in.
Yeah. Here's a tissue.
You should get the beaded curtains like Pittsburgh Video.
Yeah.
when you see the curtains up.
Yeah.
No entrance there.
No entrance, yeah. It's a... it's a negative Ghost Rider.
Right. What's behind the green door? There's a Cannonball Run reference.
Yeah.
Cannonball Run, I swear.
Oh, my.
Anyway, all right. So what's the fucking topic for that?
Well, have you watched anything? Have you been hiking?
I've been hiking. Sleeping. The only thing I watched, well, last night.
After sleeping for 6 hours.
Correct.
Yeah.
I watched, you're not going to believe it, Lord of the Rings extended version, Return of the King. Yeah.
So there's 4 hours of your night.
Not really, because I fast forward through all the Frodo scenes. I do. I know it's horrible.
Yeah.
It is a horrible thing to do. But, and I know that's like the main story of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I just want to see like the Riders of Rohan, and I want to see the battles. And,
Yeah.
you know. But I've never watched the extended version of Rings.
Yeah.
And that whole shit with Treebird and Saruman and and Wormtongue. And I had no idea. I'm like, I had forgotten from the books. I don't even know if it was in the books.
I think it is, yeah.
But to see it play out, and then the King of Rohan going, you know, the King of Rohan going, you will pay for your insolence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like talking to Saruman.
Yeah, Saruman, yeah.
Saruman. Christopher Lee. Whatever.
Yeah.
Saruman the White. Or whatever. He was just telling him, I was like, you're going to fucking hang.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he was telling him.
Yeah.
And then he threw that weak-ass fireball at Gandalf, and he was like, dust that shit off like yesterday's news, boy. I'm white now, boy. Yeah. And that sounded bad. Gandalf the White.
Yeah, that
sounded
really
horrible. It's not what I meant.
I was like... I was still contemplating on my brain. Did that sound the way I think it sounded?
I think I was watching the German version. No.
Oh, Gandalf the Pure.
Yeah.
Gandalf the Aryan.
Yes. That sounded terrible. But Gandalf just, you know, he was badass. I loved that whole part.
Yeah.
I thought it was wicked. I did.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of parts like that. I like, there was that drinking game that freaking Gimli got into with Legolas. Did you see the extended version?
Oh yeah, I've watched them. Yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff like that. Pippin and Merry, there was more stuff with them. It was just much more involved. I really got into it.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, there's a lot of really good, like if you're into it.
Yeah.
Like, the extended versions are great to watch because there's a lot of, like the theatrical versions, weirdly, like, for as long as they are, they suffer from the fact that you kind of have to cut to the chase. Much like the Harry Potter movies. Like, there's 101 other things going on in a Harry Potter book.
Right.
But they have to focus really on this one thing, this one story. And it was the same thing kind of like with Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of other things that take place. And Peter Jackson filmed it all, but it was like when you get to it, like you can't release a 3.5-hour movie in a theater.
Right.
Like, especially in 2002. Like, it was unthinkable.
Yeah.
Like, so like you do it as this extended version this way, and it works. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
And all three of them.
Yeah, I mean, I just focused in on that one. Just because it popped up and it said extended version. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'll watch it. And then I saw all this bonus shit's coming at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember them dancing like that on it. That's pretty badass. You know what I mean? Like, it ties things in pretty well, though. There's deleted scenes. Not deleted scenes. Well,
they are in a way, yeah.
Theatrical release is different than this.
Right.
And, I guess they are in a way. But I thought I was very inspired to watch it because I wanted to see this stuff.
Right.
But I still fast forwarded through the Frodo and fucking Samwise Gamgee shit.
Yeah.
And I like Samwise. I do. And I like Frodo too. I don't know. Their walking makes me tired.
Yeah.
Do you know? Does that make sense? Like,
it's
yeah, and there's just like Riders of Rohan, and and it's this battles and taking out companies of orcs and shit, and I'm like, yeah,
and everything, yeah.
And then it breaks, and there's just they're just walking again, fucking walking around, just keep walking,
yeah,
just fucking walk till your hairy toes fall off. I just get tired of it.
And it wasn't even like
you couldn't take Gandalf couldn't give him a fucking eagle to get him there.
Well,
I mean, come on, child.
And I mean,
something.
On top of it all, like especially in that movie, that third movie, it becomes like the worst terrain.
Yeah.
Like it's so boring.
Yeah.
Like even the terrain is sad sack.
I know.
Where like at least like everything else is like taking place in like forests and these amazing like cities and like all this other shit that's taking place. Like, oh wow, man, and like they're like walking through the swamp of sadness.
Yeah. They just got thrown in Death Valley, and everybody else is like in this amazing forest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to film here. Like next to a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah.
I bet they were like done. I bet I bet Sean Astin and frickin' Elijah Wood were and what? Also, what's his name?
Yeah, the guy who played Gollum.
Yeah, we know his name.
Yeah.
But I bet they were like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
This is like the worst.
I am filming in the worst parts of New Zealand while everybody else is having a joyous time.
Right. I'm fucking struggling on rocks.
Yeah.
You're walking around on pre-made paths in the forest.
Yeah, this shit sucks.
Yeah. Everything looks all magical. They're like fucking covered in filth all day.
Yeah.
Eating out of leaves and shit.
Yeah.
These poor guys. But anyway, I did like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good in that.
There is.
Yeah. I have been watching Resident Evil. Or not Resident Evil. Resident Alien.
Resident Alien. Okay.
Yeah. It's got Alan Tudyk as a...
I've heard of this. I started it and then I just didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty good.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually pretty good.
I've been surprised. Like, it's like a thing of like, well, it's a sci-fi show. And I've watched plenty of sci-fi shows and enjoyed them, like Warehouse 13 and a couple others, but they all seem kind of formulaic to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And they all seem to kind of follow the same formula. Well, Eureka was another one. It was kind of like...
Was the guy in... No, that wasn't him. The guy in Warehouse 13, the old man.
Yeah.
That wasn't the same guy that was in Lord of the Rings, was it?
No.
The acting king of Gondor?
No. No, he was in Fringe.
Fringe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I always hated that part when he fucking bit in that tomato and he bit into his lip and the...
Yeah.
Just fucking... Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going back there. I'm just...
Amazing actor.
I hate the guy in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he is hateable. And the way he treats Pippin and...
Faramir, I think.
Yeah.
His name?
Faramir was his son.
His second son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I rejoiced in his death.
But yeah.
Go Gandalf. Light him on fire.
Yeah. But like I said, like I understand like the formula of those shows, or at least I thought I did.
Mm.
This is kind of different, and I mean, Alan Tudyk. It starts and ends there. That guy is amazing. Like, he is a treasure that we do not treasure. Like, we need to hold him in a higher esteem. Like, we talk about like the king of the nerds and like, Nathan Fillion and all these other guys who are like, oh man, Alan Tudyk is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah. No, he is. He's really good.
Yeah. I mean, as a voice actor, he's done like so many things as a voice actor that you'd know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, in
Star Wars. Was he in Star? He was in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, he played the droid.
Yeah, and Rogue One. Yeah.
Yeah. And like all sort like, but like this is like because he's acting so alien, and it's like you would think like, okay, if anybody else was trying to pull this off, except for maybe Robin Williams,
Okay. Yeah.
it would come off as hokey.
Yeah.
But with him, it's like perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's like this is how an alien would act if they were in human skin.
Yeah.
Like, and he does it so fucking well, and it's a really well written show, and it's a very engaging show as far as like I'm following the storylines. Like even the side characters have interesting storylines that you kind of, but they all kind of are converging into the same space. Like it's very well done. I've been very surprised by how good this is.
Okay.
And like I'm bummed that it's taken me like this long to kind of get into it, but I'm kind of glad too because I've like binge watched like 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
And they're in the middle. I guess they're in the middle of the 3rd right now, and I'm starting into the 3rd.
Yeah.
So I've enjoyed the shit out of this, and if you haven't watched it, I know the first 2 seasons are on Netflix. All like 2.5 seasons or whatever it is are on Peacock. So if you have either of those and you haven't watched this, I highly recommend giving it a try.
That's cool.
I think you'll really enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was watching Bree's finishing up ER.
Yeah. All 20 seasons of.
Yeah, she's watched them all. She's
Yeah.
watched all seasons. I think she's on the last season now, and for the past like 4 seasons, and I didn't know this because I stopped watching ER. But the guy from what's the space? Oh man, Seth MacFarlane space series.
Oh yeah.
The
Orville.
The Orville.
Yeah.
Because we both really like that.
Yeah.
The pilot.
Okay. Yeah.
He's in ER.
Okay.
And he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, he's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that dude.
Yeah.
And, but I just noticed, she was like, I was like, I know that guy. And I started watching a lot because he was on it. Yeah. It's when, I think he was there before Stamos came on. But anyway, he's cool, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on that show.
There were, yeah.
I mean, Clooney, Edwards.
Yeah.
The 2 women that were on there were really popular. There was just a lot of people on that show. John Stamos was on that show.
Yeah.
What's her name that played? Oh, she played Velma in fucking Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I know. I was going to look her up.
Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini. I love Linda Cardellini.
I know. She was in that
Yeah.
show. So, I mean, there was a shit ton of people in that show.
Yeah.
But, and what's her name? From freaking Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah, she was on there.
Yeah. What was her name in Doctor Who? River Song.
River Song. Yeah, River Song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Donna was on.
See, I'm remembering shit tonight.
Yeah. Donna was on.
The mind is clear.
I was getting.
It's all these freaking vegetables I'm eating.
I was confusing her with the woman who played Donna Noble, but she was on The Office. River Song was on ER.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
Yeah, so, like, yeah. But that show, like, I mean, that lasted a generation.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so, yes, like, the alumni who were on that show.
Yeah.
Like, they go long. I mean, because, like, I don't think anybody from the original cast was there until the very end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they all moved on, but the show just kept churning and churning and churning and churning. Much like, I guess, Grey's Anatomy was kind of the same way.
Yeah. I didn't like Grey's, though.
I can honestly say I didn't watch either.
I'm surprised you didn't watch ER, because that was a Crichton thing.
It was a Crichton thing, but, like...
And he was so heavily involved with it.
Right. Like, I know, like, the first and second season, like, I think Quentin Tarantino directed, like, 2 or 3 episodes.
Right.
And, like, it wasn't until, like, the last episode he directed that they kind of, like, made a big deal out of it, even.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, with guest director Quentin Tarantino. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, okay, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just that thing of like, at that point, like I was like, I always wasn't in the hospital dramas anymore.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Like, you know, because it's like, it's always like, that's something like it always comes back to.
Yeah.
Like, there's always like one or two hospital dramas on. Like,
Yeah.
at some point. Like,
Right.
you know, for a long time it was ER and Grey's Anatomy. Like, before that it was like St. Elsewhere. And, you know, now it's like Chicago Med. And, you know, it's like, there's always some sort of like hospital drama always on. It. I'm just like, man, you can only have like so many botulism outbreaks.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Because it becomes that thing of like, well, which are you more interested in? Are you more interested in the hospital drama, or are you more interested in the characters and their personal lives?
Yeah.
And
ER kind of went both ways, but
it tried to straddle that line. Yeah.
But Grey's Anatomy was more soap opera-ish, I thought, than ER was.
Yeah.
ER was more like there was a couple overlying things, but there was always like tons of hospital drama.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, kid gets shot by his next door neighbor and they're in the other room, or you know, there was a lot of hospitals type. But what they did in ER was pretty realistic, I thought. Yeah. I mean, the terms they used, what they did, what you know, transpired, the blood that they showed. You know what I mean? Like, that was pretty good. You know, I thought, I don't know, I liked ER, but it was just a good show for me.
Yeah, like if any show's gonna get it right, it's gonna be ER.
And it's great. Yeah, he just, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, brain's firing. It's all the walking and vegetables, bro.
He's firing on all cylinders.
I'm eating
vegetables, getting out in nature.
Yeah. Getting tomatoes in me.
All those things I don't do.
Carrots.
Yeah.
Cucumbers. Blech.
Yeah.
They're the devil's vegetable.
Oh. Can't imagine.
Oh. Cucumbers just change the taste of everything that they are in. Ellie loves them.
Yeah.
I mean, most everybody likes them. I just think that I think they change a salad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't taste the carrot here anymore just because I'm fucking eating devil seeds.
Yeah.
Of this cucumber. I just don't like cucumbers. Even the English cucumbers are weird.
Because they're uncircumcised?
Yeah, because they're uncircumcised. No, they're weird because they're uncircumcised. Can't get the skin off.
Yeah.
But, no, they got, they're the weird cucumbers you see in, like, Aldi's.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they're, like, in shrink wrap and shit.
Yeah.
Like its own condom or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's regular cucumbers over here, and then they have, like, the English seedless cucumbers.
Yeah.
I'm like, it just looks strange. It doesn't even look like a cucumber.
Yeah.
It looks like something that, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ate on from Enemy Mine. Like, just pull it. Or Yoda's snacking on Dagobah.
Yeah.
Little brown sausage thing he was eating. Or Luke had in the bag. I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking Twix. He stole from Luke.
Yeah, he stole his Twix.
R2 was pissed.
I know. Did he ever zap Yoda? He didn't zap him.
No. But they had that fight where R2 got extended the arm and had the Twix.
Yeah, and he started beating on him with that cane.
Yeah, he started beating on him. And, like, of course, later on, like, I mean, you look back, like, obviously, like, Lucas isn't going to be able to write this, but, like, after you go through, like, this the original trilogy and the sequels, it's like, well, why didn't R2 recognize Yoda? And why didn't Yoda recognize R2?
Right.
Like,
right.
Both of those motherfuckers were like, dude, you know, Yoda would have been like, Anakin's droid you have?
Right.
You know.
They were just playing it up. It was all fake. They've done that before.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't understand about Yoda, right? So they sold the toy. Why the fuck did he come with a snake? Was he like Jake the Snake Roberts? He didn't just have fucking snakes he was petting while he was in his fucking hut. No, he wasn't. You know, he didn't. I mean, he wasn't in his hut with his fucking python hanging around his neck. And like, such a.
Cutting promos on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. My precious.
Yeah.
It wasn't like kissing him and stuff. There was no snakes in his hut. I don't know why. And the snake was orange.
Yeah.
Like, who in the hell has ever seen just an orange snake? You didn't even see one in Dagobah.
Kendra was trying.
Oh,
They
that
were
was
trying.
bad. That fucking snake that wrapped around his neck was like, I don't even understand this. I don't even think they gave him a cane. They gave him a snake.
I think he came with a cane, yeah.
I don't remember. That's Doug. I mean, you would know too. But.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he came with a cane. Because like the snake went around his neck.
I know.
But like he could hold the cane in his hand.
Yeah.
Like he had like a little claw like thing, and you could stick a cane in there. And
I don't know. He just kind of came off like some kind of circus sideshow shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I could not understand it. It wasn't like he was friends with him.
I can just imagine like the board meeting. Like, all right, so we got this Yoda character. He's small, he's green, he's got big ears. What can we give him as an accessory? Well, he has a cane. We see him in these pictures that we got from Lucas. It shows him with a cane. That looks pretty swampy. Why don't we put a snake around him? That's fucking genius.
Give that.
Kids will love that.
Give that man a Zagnut or something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an extra accessory. Now we're getting our $4.99.
That fucking snake.
Yeah.
Kills me with that snake. I never understood it.
This motherfucker comes with 2 accessories. A cane and a snake. That's an extra $1.
All right.
I'll buy that for $1. All right then. So have you watched any of the trailers that were released this week?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Not on one. Except The Crow.
Well, that was last week.
Yeah, I watched The Crow trailer. Anything?
There was another trailer released for Furiosa.
Okay.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
The Acolyte for Star Wars.
Okay.
That I mean, it had like there was something like this. Like it has my interest. It piqued my interest, and I'm gonna tune in no matter what anyway. You know what I mean? Like, but it looks interesting. And there was a trailer for Beetlejuice.
Okay.
But it's like a nothing trailer. It's a teaser.
Yeah.
Like in all honesty, like you get to see like the family, and then you get a look at Keaton in the makeup, and he says it's showtime.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else there was. There was another one that I was like, that looks interesting. The big one was Furiosa. Like that was the one I was like, I watched that a lot because it looked so good. But outside of that, like I said, the Acolyte, and I can't think of anything else that. I know there's something else. I know there's one for the Fall Guy, and that looks funny, but
Yeah.
There was something that's coming out later this year that they released a trailer for. And I can't think of what it was, and of course, I can hear Stork now. You should have written it down. I didn't.
Right.
So, sorry. Yeah, I got nothing. This week, Ghostbusters came out. That's what I thought you went to go see last night. At first, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, you must have went to go see Ghostbusters.
No.
No, obviously.
I want to.
Yeah, but obviously you didn't because you were sleeping. But
Right.
That's what that was my first thought was, they went to go see Ghostbusters.
Right.
Next week is Kong X Godzilla, The New Empire, which I'll definitely be going to see. I do want to see Ghostbusters. It's like a thing I just forgot about, but I do want to see that. And that's it I can think of. I do want to answer Thad's email though.
Okay.
Thad wrote in. I'll read the part that's
Legible. Or not legible.
readable.
Readable.
Yeah. Here's why they got Fields. Even though he throws up interceptions, he is still able to put points on the board. Interceptions don't always equal points for the other team. If defense holds them, points are needed to win games. Both quarterbacks increase our points per game output. We averaged 17.9 points while allowing 19.1. That was the sixth best in the league. If we averaged 21 points per game last year, we win 3 more games. Solidifying the defense, I can see our points dropping by 1 point. I am 50-50 on Fields, but he does put up points. Both Fields and Wilson were casualties of bad defenses.
All right.
He then goes on to point out that Denver scored 21 points per game, but allowed 24.3. Chicago scored 21.2 points per game, allowing 22.3.
Yeah.
I don't care if the Steelers told Kenny he would be number 1, then tell him he would back up Wilson. Maybe the Steelers did not think they would sign Wilson. Maybe it does not matter what Kenny thinks. Maybe Kenny's wife went and slept with another Steeler.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would make a Hall of Fame QB with maybe 2 good years left in the tank, number 2 behind Kenny? This isn't junior varsity where you put the seniors out there regardless of talent. You put your best talent first. Clipboard Kenny will be manning the cheese station at Gino's before you know it. So let me respond to the last part first. I'll say this. I agree with you on that, Thad. I completely understand, but at the same time, I do think Kenny should have had a chance to win the job.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do believe Russell Wilson is a better quarterback. I'd be a fool not to think that based upon Kenny's performance in the past.
Right.
However, maybe having a guy like Russell Wilson makes him play better.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be, here comes the Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy football player gif from Stork, but when I played, again, at the high school level,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to say this is like the pros, my coach hated me. Okay, flat out hated me. Did not want me to have the starting job. Put obstacle after obstacle in front of me, thinking I would lose the starting job.
Uh-huh.
All this did for me was enrage me and stoke the fire, so every obstacle he put in front of me, I beat the fuck out of.
Yeah.
To the point that you could not doubt the fact that I was the best option at left tackle.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's what I did. I beat the fuck out of my competition and proved that I was the better choice.
Yeah.
Now, if you give Kenny Pickett that opportunity, maybe he rises to the challenge. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
But that's the option you have to give a player like that. The Steelers chose otherwise, and now he's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So I'm not disagreeing with you from that standpoint that Russell Wilson is the better quarterback.
Right.
But we'll never know if Kenny could have lived up to his potential.
Right. No, I get it.
In my opinion. Okay? Now, that said, on the Levance Fields, or not Levance Fields, Justin Fields,
Right.
there is one thing I know that has been universally true throughout the years in football. High school, college, pro, little league. The ball is life.
Okay.
Okay? You protect the ball at all costs. You hold on to that ball with whatever it takes. Do not put your defense in a bad position. the reason the Steelers were able to win 10 games last year, while the offense was not overly productive, they never put the defense in a bad position unless Mitch Trubisky was the quarterback.
Right.
Kenny Pickett threw very few interceptions. Mason Rudolph only threw one, and that was in a playoff game. So in the regular season, you look at how often between Pickett and Rudolph, how often they turn off the ball, and it was a very low number. And because of that, the defense was able to keep you in a position to win the game because you weren't turning the ball over. So now we're talking about putting a turnover machine in and putting our defense in a bad position all of a sudden. No, not every turnover turns into points. You're absolutely right. But more often than not, when you are giving up possessions, when you are putting your defense in a bad position,
right.
Now all of a sudden, you're losing games.
Yeah.
There are very few games that are won where you have lost the turnover battle.
Right.
Very few. It's one of the biggest statistics you can point to that doesn't lie.
Right.
The majority of the time, if you win a turnover battle, you win the game.
Right.
It's just a fact. And so now we're going to put everybody's excited. Oh, we got and the media's even excited. This is a steal for Pittsburgh, and I still don't understand why, other than the fact that he's electric. He makes plays happen.
Who? Wilson?
No,
Fields.
Everybody is bought in to the running quarterback.
Right.
We've bought into it since Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
But yet no running quarterback makes a big difference come playoff time.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because they usually aren't all that accurate with the football. They usually turn over the ball. And at the end of the day, when the pressure is on, they can't make that electric play you're waiting for.
Right.
Because the team across from them is usually that much better.
Yeah, yeah.
So, to me, again, turnovers do happen. Like I said, if Russell Wilson completes last year, and he's had, I think, the last 4 games, if you project that out, he throws maybe 10, maybe 12 interceptions for the entire year. That's acceptable.
Right.
16, 17, 18, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, all of a sudden, if you're averaging a turnover a game,
right,
that's bad.
Yeah.
So, I understand your argument that he scores points, but your argument backfires when, yeah, he scores points, but he had a bad defense. Well, how often did he put his defense in a bad position?
Yeah.
How often did Russell Wilson put his defense in a bad position? Turnovers are huge. They are. They are game changing. If you are how often have you watched a game and even if the defense gets a turnover and even though the offense doesn't score, it changes the game.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And in a close game, that's huge. Because now you're asking me to trust a guy in the closing minutes of a game who's more likely to put up a turnover than he is to score a touchdown.
Right.
That's just where I stand. I need somebody who's willing to protect the football. Do I think Kenny Pickett was the answer? Well, probably not, based upon how he played in 25 games.
Right.
I'm conceding that because he didn't score points. He didn't lead. He played 1.5 games where Matt Canada was not the offensive coordinator. Now, I've heard people say, but Mason Rudolph still ran the same offense, and you're right, he did, but he didn't have the play caller of Matt Canada.
Right.
How often would you see Matt Canada call a play and you go, what the fuck was that? Like, the play call makes no sense. That changed once they got rid of Matt Canada, even though it was the same playbook. And it's that thing that I said, if you have somebody trying to make some chicken scratch out of that chicken shit and making it make a little bit of sense,
right,
maybe it works better. And Mason Rudolph showed that.
Right.
And maybe Pickett would have as well. I'm not making that excuse, but I feel like that's the thing I said all along.
Yeah.
Like, he played pretty good the first game out without Canada. He looked okay the second game out without Canada. He gets injured. In comes Mitch Trubisky, who throws interceptions, and we lose the game. Like, if there was ever a turnover machine, it was Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so, like, that's just where I'm at. Like, I mean, Justin Fields is not the answer. Like, because if he was, it'd still be in Chicago.
Yeah. I know.
Like, that's the if he was truly the answer, he would still be in Chicago.
And here's my thing on Russell Wilson, right?
Right.
I get him. Russell Wilson was a steal because he did the $1.2 million or whatever.
Right.
That's definitely a steal.
Right.
To get you over the hump.
Right.
Right. And at first I was like, Russell Wilson, but then I was like, because I don't want to pay him the money.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. No, it does.
Because I don't think he was worth all that money.
Right.
But the league minimum, I'm like, well, that's pretty good, you know?
Right.
But I think, to tell you the truth, the way they're getting players, and I thought about this last year too, but the way they're getting players, it's almost like setting themselves up for they're going to make a run.
Right.
And Russell Wilson wants a ring.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's aging out.
Right. And the last time he was in the Super Bowl, he threw an interception that cost him the game.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's his last taste. So he wants to get rid of that taste and have that last taste be something tasty.
And they're acquiring weapons on both sides of the ball. They're going to do that.
Right.
It should do that.
Right.
For the people that they're getting in.
Right.
You know? So that gets me excited because I think that's where the mindset is from ownership.
No, there is definitely an all-in this year mentality.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't won a playoff game in you're 0-7 in your last 7 playoff appearances.
Yeah.
Like, the last time you won a playoff game, Patrick Mahomes was not a Chief.
Yeah.
Alex Smith was still the Chiefs' quarterback.
Yeah.
And that next draft is when they draft Mahomes.
Right.
So, like, there is a mentality of, and I like that pat on the back of like, well, we still haven't had a losing season in 17 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Has lost its luster. And I think fans have begun to revolt a little bit.
Right.
And I think, the pitchforks and torches are being seen by ownership.
Right.
And by Omar Khan.
Yeah.
Who's also, by the way, probably like, yeah, this isn't acceptable.
Right.
Like, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fired Tony Dungy, who also did not have a losing season.
Right.
So what makes you untouchable?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like Omar Khan is putting the pressure on Mike Tomlin.
Right.
I'm getting you weapons. I'm getting you players. I'm getting you Patrick Queen. I'm getting you Russell Wilson. I'm giving you this, that, and the next thing. I'm giving you everything that you need to make a run.
Right.
This is the toughest division in football, supposedly.
Yeah.
And in a way it is. I'll give the devil the due in Baltimore. Like, they are a tough defense, and if that offense gets going, it's hard to stop.
Mm.
No doubt about it. As long as you don't let them have a lead, you can beat Baltimore.
Yeah.
Cincinnati with a healthy Joe Burrow, I still think is one of the best teams in the league, period, end of story.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that team is scary to me. The Browns you look at on paper and you go, well, they've got a lot of weapons, they've got a lot of this, they've got a lot of that. They should be a threat, but they're the Browns, so I expect them to fall flat on their face yet again.
Right.
And then you've got the Steelers, who are kind of amassing this all-in mentality for this year with Russell Wilson and the other pieces that are being put into place around them and everything that's kind of going on. You go, oh shit, okay. That's a scary fucking team all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And like the question you end up asking is like, well, is that team scary enough to go in the Arrowhead? Is that team scary enough to go in the Buffalo?
Yeah.
It may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe, like, you know, maybe you could go in the Arrowhead and, you know, pull one out.
Yeah.
Now.
Or be competitive.
Or, well, I don't think it's a matter of being competitive. Because it's like that thing of like, until I see the Chiefs improve at wide receiver, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't buy into, like, at some point, it can't be just Mahomes to Kelsey.
Yeah.
Like, those other guys have to, like, step up more often.
Right.
Like, they had a guy, like, Rice stepped up in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, and it gave him finally, like, a second weapon. And, you know, but they ran the ball a lot more than they ever have in the past, you know.
Yeah. With
Pacheco and company. So, like, I feel like the Chiefs are there to be had. Like, last year was, like, really the year, in all honesty. Like, the fact that Baltimore lost to that Chiefs team at home is shocking to me because, like, that was, like, the year you kind of had to do it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, if you're the Ravens, like, this was the year the Goliath was weakened, and you've got to pull it off, and you didn't do it.
Right.
You know, same thing with Buffalo. Like, Buffalo kind of fumbled that away as well. Like, you know, and the Chiefs go back and they win a Super Bowl just because they got stronger as they went. They got more confidence as they went.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like if the Steelers have to go into Arrowhead, you know, round one, or they have to go into Buffalo round one.
Yeah.
Or even Baltimore or Cincinnati round one. They with the cast of characters they have, they can win.
Yeah.
Now, if for some ungodly reason Justin Fields is now the quarterback walking into that game, I no longer feel nearly as confident.
Right. No, I get that.
Russell Wilson instills confidence in me because he has a resume that he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1.
Yeah.
You know, even if they won it on the back of a generational defense in the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
He still was a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
He probably should have been a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback if he would just handed the fucking ball off instead of throwing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here we are. You've shown that you have that pedigree and you have a fire inside of you supposedly that wants to go get one more.
Yeah.
Like, that could spell trouble.
Yeah. I hear you.
But as far as Justin Fields goes, like, there's no argument to me that wins this because of the simple fact, if he is that good, if he's your franchise quarterback, why is Chicago drafting a quarterback?
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Like, this is the 3rd time Chicago's been up this close and drafting a quarterback again. The first time was Mitch Trubisky. He's fucking trash.
Yeah.
The second time was Justin Fields. We're trading him away to go get our 3rd guy.
Yeah.
You know, like, really?
Yeah.
And, like, we're happy. Like, Steeler fans are happy. Like, I can't believe we got Justin Fields. What? Omar Khan, he's the greatest. I'm like, until he proves me wrong.
Right. No, I get you.
He's a piece of trash quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. seems like a great guy. You know,
Yeah.
good dude, but I'm sorry, you're probably a USFL or UFL, whatever they're calling it now, the XFL,
Yeah.
like that thing. You're probably a spring league quarterback, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Understood.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add to the proceedings there, sir?
No, I'm good, son.
Oh, remember there are a number of different ways you can reach out and touch us.
Hey.
You can send us an email like Thad does each and every week. We only read the ones that make sense or are not nearly as pornographic as they usually are.
Right.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Well, that email address is pittsburghnerd@yahoo.com. Forgot to mention that. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. We're very, very easy to find. We are also on a number of podcasting networks. You can find us on the Tangent Bound Network, the Weeby Geeks Network, and the Pod Breed Network. Just give them a Google search and find all the other great podcasts they have to offer. And lastly, as always, want to thank you, dear listener, for checking us out each and every week. We can't thank you enough for your support. And so on that note, the dreamer has awakened.
Peace.